did meet your mate out on the pitch.
Yeah, what did you think of him?
Honestly?
Yeah, be honest, please. Bit thirsty?
Well, he started talking to me about the graphs,
I know.
which was a bit bizarre, really.
Yeah, he told me about that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for doing this. I guess what I want to know is, when you started, from my experience as a fan, we've gone from like feeling pretty much like, let's just see what England do. Expectations have been lowered by, let's call it disappointment or whatever, to now where we're going into World Cup, where you must be aware of the fact that people are exciting. Is this like part of some sort of well-orchestrated thing?
Well, I think we definitely wanted that feeling that you're talking about, where people are excited about England again.
Yeah.
But to be able to bring happiness, to see your mate lying in the road eating a chicken, whatever he was eating.
Yeah, I mean, that was shameful.
Well, our hooligan element have often disgraced us, haven't they? And here's a prime example of what can happen when English football fans are at their very worst.
It's the ugly side of football fans, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I can't comment on his appearance, but so...
We talked to Carl Walker, and he puts a lot of credit down to your sort of man management and how you deal with players. What do you do during downtime? Are you conscious of the experience that they've got to have outside of games and stuff like that? Like, what do you do towards that?
Yeah, some of our staff are very good at thinking ahead to, OK, we could have different food nights. And of course, because with the England team, we do get a few privileges. So during the Euros, Ed Sheeran came in for a night, played for the lads, behind closed doors.
Didn't Declan Rice do like a duet with him?
Well, you could call it, yeah. A stretch, you could call it a duet, yeah. And we had a preview of the Tom Cruise film, the Maverick film, which was about 8-9 months. I mean, I don't, because at that point, I'm watching Ukraine against whoever, preparing for the quarter-final. So,
is that what you've got to say officially? It's a good film, isn't it?
Yeah. I was in with the popcorn, and So there's enough pressure anyway with playing for England. So it's got to be relaxed when we're around the camp. It's making it as enjoyable as we can, really.
Right. Your strategy, you've talked about like what you were sort of thinking about when you came to take on England, and I guess your strategy was sort of to make the whole England camp feel positive, get people behind England, make the player feel supportive, and of course, obviously, make the waistcoat an iconic piece of clothing. That was always part of the plan, right? I see.
It was pretty high up the list, yeah.
You were either really surprised that happened, or you were thinking, they're not ready for this. I'm going to rock this waistcoat and make it a thing. Like, how conscious were you of the fact that you'd basically created a movement?
It was bizarre, because when I started playing football at Crystal Palace, I turned up in my school uniform on the first day. So for like 25 years, they used to rip me to pieces from a dress sense.
Right.
And now all of a sudden I'm on the front page of the newspapers as this style icon, which, when you've got a face like mine, hasn't been something that's been offered towards you for...
You and me both, my brother.
So I only wore it because it was going to be too hot for the jacket. So I thought I'll have sweaty pits on my light blue shirt.
So what have you done with the waistcoat now, then?
Well, we actually had two.
Right.
They kindly gave me a change of suit just in case the dry cleaning wasn't up to scratch when we were away. So one we gave to charity, and one is still at home.
Just put it on special nights, yeah?
What me and my wife do is none of your business, really.
And going into the World Cup, does it make it more difficult that there is expectation now?
I'd say this World Cup's quite open. There's probably 8 or 9 teams that could win it.
Right.
I think we're in that group. Yeah, we've got belief in the team, and also the team, when we started, were lacking confidence. We hadn't won a knockout game for 10 years, so we said, well, look, let's have a target of getting through a knockout game.
Right.
And one or two of them said, well, we should be going to win it. And we said, well, hang on a minute, let's just try winning one first, shall we, before we go too far.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if we said we only want to win one knockout game, they'd all walk out the room because that's not going to excite them. They want the belief that we can win this, and we can. So we know how difficult that is, and we know how complicated that is, but that's what drives us now.
Are you aware of how exciting hearing you say that is? Like as a football fan, it's like, we can. You just go, yes! It's been such a privilege to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time. Come on, England. Thank you so much. Thank you.